spells!
My spells. My spells.
Welcome, Gothamites, to another episode of the Arkham Sessions. My name is Brian Ward. With me, as always, the psychologist to the superheroes, superheroines, and supervillains of Gotham City. And now, we're not sure where yet. She's Dr. Drea Letamendi.
Hello, I think it's Scotland.
It might be Scotland. This is a very special episode. It is marking the end of Summer of Sci-Fi and the beginning of the fall of Disney's Gargoyles. Admittedly, you and I, Drea, we have seen one episode of this show already. It was before our patrons decided that this should be the show that we covered. It was recommended to us by a number of people, and we simply decided one day to watch the first episode. That being said, we have not seen the other 4 episodes that we are going to cover today. We are covering all 5 of the first episodes of the series because it was written and produced to be a movie. Seems like an easy, no-brainer decision to just watch all 5 together and present our first episode that way. Drea, what do you know about this series outside of that first episode that we watched eons ago? And we're just going to go ahead and say it was 20 years ago.
I was about to say, I don't really remember the first episode. I do know about Gargoyles as a show. I'm not in the dark completely about the show. I do remember it being, it's a Disney show, right? So back in the day, I loved Disney animated shows. I watched Gummy Bears and DuckTales and Tailspin and, all of them. So I would have been a fan of Gargoyles, and yet I didn't watch the show. And so it might have been when it was released. I think it's 1994. It could have been that I might have started to get into different genres at that time. Who knows? But I did not watch it as a kid.
Well, let me just tell you that this show premiered on October 24th, 1994. And if I'm doing my math correctly, that means we are celebrating the premiere of this show this weekend. Yeah. That we, not that the weekend we're recording, but the weekend when we are releasing it.
That's right.
So I'm excited to jump in. If you're excited to jump in, I think we should encourage our YouTube viewers to hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit the bell and the notifications and all that stuff. If you like what you see, definitely leave a comment below. Drea, with that, I think the only thing that we can really do is get started with Gargoyles.
Okay, let's do it.
This does not look like Scotland in the whatever. Well, it does. It could be Scotland in the 20th century, but it does not look like olden days Scotland to me. Ooh, he's in the stylish red car.
Get back!
Drea, how have you not cosplayed this lady?
Oh, Wolverine? No.
What could be strong enough to leave claw marks in solid stone?
Chisel? How do we know they're claw marks? They're just 4.
She knows her claws.
4 scratches.
She's a detective.
Oh, now we're into Scotland, 994 AD. That's the fastest loading archer I've ever seen.
In a few more minutes, the sun will be down, and then we'll see some fun.
All right.
Oh.
Looking a castle full of gargoyles near nightfall. This is crazy.
That's not crazy. Questioning my sanity when I'm in earshot. That's crazy. I say those gargoyles are not but chiseled stone.
That sounds a whole lot like Clancy Brown to me. I do like the atmosphere and the design of the, like, say, the sunset and all that. It's a very beautiful looking show.
You are trespassing.
Unmistakably, Keith David.
Oh.
Wow.
Blood.
We got blood in the first episode.
Shall we let our brothers and sisters have all the fun?
Not afraid, are you?
That's not the voice I thought was going to come out of that little guy.
Were you looking for more of a Smeagol voice?
I was looking for the Black Cauldron. You could do a Black Cauldron.
Gurgi?
Yeah, Gurgi.
All I want is munchies and crunchies in my poor tender head.
Okay. So they're straight up.
Here for this.
They're straight up killing these people in this cartoon. Wow.
Why, thanks, Goliath. I could not do otherwise.
Look, Mother.
So this is normal, Brian.
What?
Magical humanoid gargoyles. Like they're talking.
Oh. I mean, I don't think there is a
Like
a
no
set
one, no
cultural...
one is. Oh, who's this?
Face me, human, if you dare.
That's Marina.
I grow tired of this. Take what's left of your men and be gone. This isn't over, monster. I'll be back.
Where the same people just keep running past the camera.
Goliath, we owe you our lives, as we owe you ours every day.
Okay, so we've established that they only come to life at night, and so I guess the humans protect them during the day, and so there's a symbiotic relationship happening here.
And it's not seen as bizarre, at least not this community. Like they know they have gargoyles who come to life.
Yeah, because even the opposing soldiers were like, it's crazy that we're attacking this castle with gargoyles close to sunset.
Without Goliath and his gargoyles, our defense would have proven useless.
Please, don't mention that monster's name in my presence.
So not everyone is down with the gargoyles.
Yeah.
Your pardon, Your Highness. I took the liberty of asking them to appear and be recognized for their bravery.
Captain, we are most seriously displeased to allow beasts in the dining hall.
They just saved your butts.
No good can come from associating with them.
Except your castle has not been overrun. I do like that the wings become cloaks.
My apologies for this, Goliath.
No apologies needed. We are what we are. Her opinion will not change that.
Have you no pride? No sense of justice? We saved their lives and they repay us with contempt.
Oh, is she going to become a bad guy?
I agree with her.
Yeah, but she's a bit, A, she's going up against her leader. B, she's the only one we've seen glow with red eyes regularly. She seems to be angry, and she's a redhead.
There are times when your patience astounds me, my love.
Oh. Well, if they're in love, maybe not. Although that could be a pretty tragic...
She's just defending her man.
That could be a pretty tragic story, though, if the love of your life had to go and join another faction or something.
He's even got the wrap around his injury.
Does that look like the transformation into stone is painful, or do you think they are purposefully getting into poses that will strike fear, like raging, waving arms and screaming?
Like, do they have a choice in what their gargoyle pose looks like? Yeah, I think so.
I say take all your gargoyles and make sure they're gone.
I don't want to leave the castle unprotected.
Their leader swore he'd be back.
Very well. I can scare those cowards away without any help. You and the others will stay with the castle. You are my best warrior.
You are my number one guy.
You and I are one, now and forever.
Hate to see you go. Love to watch you leave.
Catch! No, back this way! Back this way, over here! Yeah, I got it! Wait! Toss it!
Are they playing with the dog gargoyle or bullying it?
I think they're playing.
I'm Tom. What's your name?
Except for Goliath, we don't have names.
We each have a different color.
What do you call each other?
Friend.
Tom! Get away from those monsters!
That's confusing.
We wouldn't hurt the lad, ma'am.
Keep away from him, you beast!
You're the beast, you.
No! If they think we're beasts and monsters, then perhaps we better live up to the name.
Oh. So do half of them become bad guys and the other half?
No, I don't think, Brian, I don't think any of them are bad. But they're just defending themselves.
Sure, but it makes sense that when we see them again in the future, there might be other, like, bad gargoyles versus good gargoyles. Because, let's face it, they were trying to sell toys as well.
So that, like, dog gargoyle isn't verbal.
No.
Okay. But why?
He's like the Pluto of
Doesn't
the gang.
wear clothes. Doesn't cover up his bits.
No matter who was at fault, I cannot condone fighting between their people and ours.
I'm still confused as to why they don't have names.
It's not their way to have names.
Yeah, but how do they dialogue? How do they get each other's attention? They can't all be called friend. It's just confusing.
Sent to the rookery. How embarrassing.
I haven't been down here since I hatched.
Is the egg from which he hatched made of concrete? I wonder what the biology and the life cycle of a gargoyle is.
It's not long until sunrise. Perhaps we should return.
There they are! They were leading the horses to decoy us from the castle.
Oh no.
Too late.
So there is strain of some kind.
Yeah.
Or he was just trying to prevent it from happening in order to get more time, maybe. But it doesn't look like it was painful, but it does look like it was noticeably straining. So there's somebody on the inside. I have a feeling he might look like an elf.
It is worse than that, Your Highness.
Oh.
What?
Shocker.
Why betray your own kind? They're not my kind. There's little enough time for it. This is unnecessary. Are you mad? In a moment they'll be flesh again and my men will be their prey. Oh! Care to discuss the matter further?
Are we about to lose our first gargoyle?
Oh my gosh.
My angel of the night.
Wow.
This is so upsetting. What? Oh my gosh.
Luckily for you, Drea, we don't have to wait until next Saturday.
Wait, is this the intro?
Yes.
For all the episodes? Wow.
It's the first one we're seeing. I don't know if it changes. You think that's the Jonathan Frakes character?
Yeah. Looks like him.
So he's not a gargoyle, he's a human. If that's him.
That was so badass.
My angel of the night. These bowstrings have been cut. There was betrayal here. Were any more down in the rookery?
None. Only us.
Oh, wow.
We will save the humans, and we will have our revenge!
My friends, the gargoyles, will come, Mother.
Nay, the gargoyles were destroyed.
The gargoyles. They really did animate the kid like a Disney child.
You blackguard! If I had my book of spells, I'd...
Might you be referring to this book, Megas? Magic spells. Makes me glad I can't read.
No! My spells!
My spells. My spells. Did he not put a single spell to memory? This is why you got to prep your...
You don't need to when you got a book.
They're coming! Look out! Run for your lives!
Your precious gargoyles have come, Princess.
You're a dead man, Heacon.
Maybe, but not before you.
I like the animation.
Yeah, it's good. I really wonder if the animation declines once it starts to be a daily show. You know what I mean? Or if this is just the animation for the film, like the first 5 episodes that would make the movie.
Right.
But that's okay.
You fools! She'd be alive now if you hadn't come! And could I but wield the sword, I would send you all to join her. But this we'll have to do instead. Dormiatis, dum castellum super nubes.
All of my kind are dead.
I mean, not all of them.
The ones that matter.
And now, you two will join them.
I told you to take the other gargoyles with you. He's the one you want. He shadowed them. You lying scum!
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we caught the one that counts.
I've been denied everything, even my revenge!
Yikes.
What sorcery is this?
It's literally sorcery.
Oh, Mikus. What have you done?
I was mad with grief.
Reverse the spell. Bring them back!
I cannot! The page with the counterspell was burned!
What?
How convenient.
I know, the one spell he needs. But do something else. Like, he doesn't have anything to memory. He doesn't have a cantrip or something he can do.
Well, there must be another spell like, oh, I've got a spell that will turn stone into frogs. Now I've got a spell that'll turn frogs back into gargoyles. Like, there's got to be a workaround here.
He said he put them to sleep until the castle rises above the clouds. When would that happen?
Let's start building up, man.
That's a good point.
I know that no apology can be enough, Goliath. I wish there was something I could do.
I have a request. Cast your spell one more time.
Oh no.
But first, let me pose in a way that seems appropriate, dignified.
At last, Castle Wyvern.
Oh yeah, definitely Fricks.
Hi, who's this man?
You think he's a bad guy or a good guy? Like, do you think he's like
I don't
the
know.
princess's long lost heir and
magnificent?
Oh, he's gonna be a bad guy.
May I say one last time, Mr. Xanatos, that the cost of this venture will be astronomical.
Start hiring crews. I want to begin as soon as possible. Pay a man enough, and he'll walk barefoot into hell.
Oh.
Do you know that saying?
I mean...
Wait, were those the alien loaders?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
I have an island off the coast of Costa Rica. Welcome to Gargoyle Park.
Is this New York City? Oh,
yeah. I don't trust anyone whose name begins with an X. And that includes Xavier. Charles Xavier.
Okay, he knows. He knows.
Yeah. So they literally just rebuilt the whole castle, stone by stone, on top of the skyscraper?
Yeah.
If I have that kind of money, I'm going to do something like that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
He was so giddy.
You're alive! We're together again.
It's only been 30 minutes.
I know, they don't know how long it's been. They got to do makeovers. They got to get new clothes. They got to check out the city. It's going to be a montage.
You are the one called Goliath?
Yes.
And none of them are called anything.
1,000 years have gone by since the spell was cast. Now, I'm sure you have questions.
The eggs in the rookery?
Gone, I'm afraid. You are the last of your kind.
Why have you done all this?
I was fascinated by the Magus' story. I wanted to see if it was true. And now that I know it is, I want to be your friend. There is much we can do for each other, Goliath.
Such as? Secure the area.
going on? Who are these people?
They're attacking the castle! That's all we need to know!
Nice mask.
Rude.
Leave him alone!
Get the really big gun.
Oh, I didn't know he could do that.
They didn't either.
Are you a Viking?
Was that the beginning of like a pickup line?
I don't know. Yikes. Oh, okay. This is why.
Oh. All right.
Flimsy 20th century buildings.
Get back! I'm gonna wind up street pizza. Claw marks?
Oh, so that's literally from where he just stopped himself?
Gotcha!
Interesting. I wonder if they'll actually... So we've seen that they killed people back in 994. Yeah. I wonder if they'll kill people in 1994.
Let's go! We got what we came for!
Because if these were the Clancy Brown people, they'd already be falling off this building by now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Without you and your friends, who knows what those thugs might have done?
Someone I once trusted said the same thing to me. And then destroyed my people.
I can see I'll have to work hard to earn your trust.
Why were you attacked?
The richer you are, the more enemies you have. And I'm very rich. Goliath, this is your home, as well as my headquarters. I hope you'll consider working with me to keep it safe.
I can't tell. Do we like him?
I don't know. I mean, I do.
We've nowhere else to go. This castle is our home, no matter where it has been taken. We will stay here.
Excellent.
You broke the spell of sleep that imprisoned us, Xanatos. And for that we are grateful. But we will never trust humans again.
Fair.
What do you figure that was all about, Detective?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
Cool.
All right, Awakening Part 3.
Mr. Burnett, I heard automatic weapons firing up there.
Think that's a reference to Alan Burnett?
Detective Mazza, I've just called the mayor to offer my profound apologies for what happened here.
What exactly did happen here, Mr. Xanatos? And please, don't try to tell me it was an exploding generator.
The truth is that my men repelled an invasion by a rival corporation trying to steal some of our new technology.
Repelled an invasion?
Detective, I am the owner of a multinational corporation.
Also, I've built an elevator inside of this ancient castle.
Oh, look at all this stuff. It's fantastic.
You think they'll all earn names at the end of the fifth episode?
They gotta get names, because how else?
How else can they sell toys? You got to put it on the packaging. You got to collect them all.
I hope I've answered all your questions satisfactorily, Detective Mazza. Owen will show you out. Excuse me.
If you'll come with me.
That stone gargoyle up there. I could have sworn I saw it move.
I could have sworn it wasn't actually stone.
Good night, Detective.
Good night. Sorry, pal, but this investigation isn't over yet.
So am I mistaken? Is her character model just a modern version of the princesses? And is Owen's character model an updated version of Magus? Like, is it possible that these are the descendants of...
Yeah, I could see that.
It's like a party going on down there.
Okay, pal. Let me see it. Nice and easy.
Yikes. We don't like guns. What?
Bye.
I push them off, then I rescue them. It's kind of my thing.
I mean, you can't be a hero if you don't put them into danger.
It's like the full down up.
Okay.
You humans call me Goliath.
Your kind? You mean there's more than one of you?
Barely.
Don't remind him.
Too soon.
Since you can fly...
I can't fly. I can only glide on currents of wind.
Oh.
There are none strong enough here to lift us back up. Hold on. Trust me.
I don't believe this.
2 hours later.
Once again, what are you doing here?
What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
So 1,000 years ago, you were betrayed by the one human you trusted. Does anyone else know about you?
Only the man called Xanatos.
Is this a new friend, Goliath?
Boy, I hope so.
This is Elisa Maza.
Second class NYPD.
What exactly does a detective do, Lars?
Well, when somebody does something wrong, I find out who and arrest them.
Who says what's wrong?
Oh.
We have a justice system, laws, penalties, assessments, that the people decide.
You mean the humans decide?
Not gonna happen. Not on my watch.
Let me help you understand this city. You need to know how it works.
Very well.
I'll meet you in the afternoon at...
After dark. Over there.
over
Not
in that
here.
corner.
A good detective trusts no one.
That's one thing we have in common.
We trust no one. We are traumatized.
Yeah, we're all broken.
It is almost dawn, Xanatos. My friends and I must sleep soon.
I'm asking for your help, Goliath. That team who attacked us earlier stole something very important from me.
The box they took contained 3 of these hard discs.
Think of them as magic talismans, each one containing hundreds of spells.
I'm not going to do that.
Don't talk down to me.
I can't go to the police. I've already had to forestall an investigation of the fight.
What would you have us do?
The stolen data are being held at 3 different locations.
All 3 places must be hit simultaneously so none will be able to notify the others.
This is much different than protecting the castle.
I'm sure our enemies mean to use this information for some terrible purpose. Don't worry. Everything's going according to plan.
What?
So just so we're clear, we have Riker and Troy working together. Also, didn't I call it? She's gone over to the dark side.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, if the Statue of Liberty does not come to life after sundown in one of these episodes, I'm going to get so upset. cleans up the nightly shards or the daily shards of concrete? Like, you got to sweep that stuff up. It's just going to pile up. It'll eventually fall down off the castle.
It's magic, right? So maybe it disintegrates.
Some schmuck kid has got a broom, and there's like, ugh, hold on. The next couple hours, I'm going to be sweeping up concrete.
Stay close to the building and stay out of sight.
Hello? Anyone there? There you are. Why were you hiding back there?
I wanted to make sure you were alone.
I'm always alone.
What are you doing here?
Just making certain you were not being ambushed.
You guys are paranoid even for New York. What do I call you anyway?
Must you humans name everything? Nothing's real to you till you've named it, given it limits.
There you go.
Right.
Things need names.
Does the sky need a name?
Yes.
It's the sky.
Does the river?
The river's called the Hudson.
Yeah, see? You've been called out.
Fine, lass. Then I will be the Hudson as well.
Great.
What?
We'll stay on the rooftops.
Easy for you with those wings, but what about me? Well, that answers that question.
Oh.
Let's be off. Coming, Hudson?
I think not. This new world is too big, too bright, too loud.
The too big, too bright, too loud, I relate to. I don't want to go.
Bright lights, big city?
Too much stimulation. Remember Superman?
Can you read my mind?
I see no walls to guard this city. How do you protect it from invaders?
Well, our biggest worries aren't from outside. They're from inside.
That I am all too familiar with.
So are we, Goliath. So are we.
Well, now, this isn't...
I hope he's not crunching his tail in that recliner.
Okay.
Must be interference. I can't get through.
Wonderful. Priceless. Now what do we do?
Well, maybe I can fix it.
You have to call a repairman to plug in the coffee maker.
That sounded like it could have been Marina as well.
You're on our territory, and we don't like visitors. Papers, please.
Give him your wallet, Brandon.
Yeah, that sounds like Marina as well.
Aren't you boys late for your 4-H club meeting?
Man, it just keeps getting better, don't it?
I'm warning you guys. Have it your way.
It's a monster! Stay back! Marco, run!
Human gratitude?
I guess. You know, Goliath, you may be the best thing to happen to this city in a long time.
And to me.
Yeah, is this a Beauty and the Beast situation?
I think so.
Look! I've got to see how it works. What a beautiful device!
This kid's name is going to be like Machine or Tech.
Goliath said not to let anybody see us.
I didn't mean to let him see me. I just wanted to look at his machine.
We're probably the only couple in the park who don't have to worry about muggers.
Are they a couple?
I mean,
she said
by definition, there are two of them walking, so they are a couple.
There's beauty here.
And a beast?
Goliath, what is it?
Oh, shoot.
Just tying up loose ends.
Oh, shoot.
Awakening Part 4.
Choice.
The Viking lady seems to be the best of that group.
Yeah. It's a good thing there's no one else in the park because all these flying bullets.
She did suggest that the park at night is dangerous. Was that kid the greatest American hero?
This is a big city. My wings are tired.
It's a long way back to the castle.
Oh, please tell me they're about to get disguises.
Yo, taxi!
No.
What is wrong with me?
This is what's wrong. They pumped you full of something. This is how they found us. A radio transmitter.
I don't know what that is.
Look. Some kind of manufacturer's logo. Come here, boy. Come here. Easy, boy. Go.
That dog wasn't even wearing a collar. Like, what did she hook that onto?
Come, boy. They should be getting back soon. It's about time you lads came home. Have you seen Goliath?
We thought he'd be back by now.
Too late.
Yeah, he's got a bad habit of doing this.
I don't get it. What happens at sunrise?
You'll see.
Way to be scary. Like, I'm not going to tell you.
Goliath, we gotta move.
Oh, shoot.
There she goes.
Are they at Disneyland? Aren't those the same?
Yeah.
It's like they're right next to the corn dog trolley.
Hey, Brian, that explodes because of the bullet?
It's the myth that a bullet will just ignite gasoline. A lot has to go right for that sort of thing to happen.
So she drowned her, right?
We'll find out. I do like that they've given her an episode where she can't be saved. We're now establishing that she can take care of herself.
Yeah.
And now...
Not good.
Lot to go through for a piece of lawn sculpture.
How dismissive, Goliath. Sorry, I'll have Broom Boy come clean this up.
You stayed with me throughout the entire day?
I got back here about an hour ago.
Thank you. It is very possible that you saved my life.
Wow.
Yeah, but the other guy saved your life every day for a long time.
So, later tonight?
It's a date.
Don't worry, lads. He'll be back.
Look! Oh, never mind. That worry was short-lived.
Given what happened, I wish you had accompanied us last night, Hudson.
Hudson?
Aye, it's my name.
Don't wear it out.
Hudson, I like it.
I'm gonna be Machine.
We should choose names too. I'm Brooklyn.
What?
Broadway.
I'm Donut.
Oh.
Lexington.
What?
They're all fine names.
I don't know what any of them mean, but...
I've got one for him too. From now on, you're Bronx.
You wish to see me, Xanatos?
Goliath, there's someone here I want you to meet. An old acquaintance, I believe.
No. No. No.
He just exposes himself?
You're alive.
Goliath, my love.
Wow.
We're doing it under here.
All the days that I've dreamed of you and this moment.
How?
I feared for your safety, so I left the castle to find you. But I lost my way and the sun rose before I could return.
How did you survive all these centuries?
When I returned to the castle, the Magus had already turned you to stone. I begged him to cast his spell on me, so that we might awaken together.
With you alive, I can start to live again as well.
As you said, you and I are one, now and forever.
Wait, I'm confused. A, whose rubble was on her pedestal?
Yeah.
B, what do you mean you saw her a year ago and figured that the castle, that trip to the castle, you brought the castle back to New York, and then that broke the spell. When was her spell broken?
He had her here already, and then he brought the castle over, and then she also got revived, I think.
But we know that's not a true story, right? Because they seem to have been in league with one another for a while.
We will take the air fortress. You three will breach the tower.
Cool.
What?
It's a new word we learned last night.
It indicates a positive response.
Cool.
No cap.
Hudson, the underground base is yours, but take Bronx with you.
I'm perfectly capable of...
Take him with you. He needs the exercise.
Needs to go out.
Be careful, all of you.
Remember how we said that we can't fly?
Yeah. This seems to go against that entire philosophy.
This way.
Hold it right there.
You won't fire those guns in here. You could damage the airship.
We damage this airship all the time.
Wait. What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'm making sure they don't cause us more trouble later.
No! To
Kill in the heat of battle is one thing, but not like this.
The centuries have made you weak, Goliath.
I mean, you still broke that guy's neck by throwing him into the wall.
We need a way in.
No problem.
We'll just use this rope here in the middle.
Yikes.
Wait, is this not good?
Just imagine the metal splinters they're getting in their hands and... Oi. All right, Awakening Part 5. Last one.
Sorry, wrong floor. Now what?
Where is the disc?
Which one? Our lab has bazillions of discs.
Why would he know to do that?
He wouldn't.
Eject.
I mean, for all he knows, the whole console is the disc. Sure hope there wasn't someone down on the street suddenly got crushed by whatever that thing is that he threw out.
Sir, Central reports that Station 1 has been breached. There was talk of monsters.
I want security here increased. I'm still not sure how we got talked into doing this.
Oh, it just occurred to me. That's Ed Asner.
Hudson?
Hudson.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because he's like the older gargoyle.
I just didn't think that he would be in that many episodes, given his age. Even in 94, wasn't a young man, so I was surprised that he was a series regular.
That's a wager you'd win.
Just lucky.
There's a whole lot happening inside that car.
Is he going to try to fly? Oh, I mean glide. He's sure lucky the wind is going that way.
I hope this wee thing's worth the aches I'll be feeling later. We've lost 2/3 of the data.
It's data.
Did they not back up their discs?
Yeah. Why is it just on one floppy?
Mission. What in the Rogue One is
Oh,
happening?
I guess those aren't floppies. That's a hard disk.
No, we used to call them floppies. The 3x3s?
Yeah?
They were still called floppies.
They were?
Yes.
Oh.
It was just...
I don't remember.
Yeah, floppy disk.
I mean, I remember using floppy disks. The black ones that had the like magnetic tape on the inside. I just don't remember calling the 3x3s. But yeah, that's just how old I am and how long it's been.
My friends, you have my profound thanks. Rest assured that the knowledge on these discs will be put to beneficial use for humans and gargoyles alike.
Oh my god. Do you think the discs make up the spellbook?
Yes.
I cannot make war upon an entire world.
Can you forgive the humans for what they did to our kind?
The ones responsible for that have been dead for 1,000 years.
Then their descendants shall pay. I will have blood for blood.
You've become hard, unforgiving.
Wow.
You are not as I remember you. I'm going to see my friend now.
Oh, what happened to We Are One? Forever and ever.
Goliath, it seems, is too hard to control. A pity.
Where have you been? I've been looking all over town for you.
Why?
3 cyberbiotics installations have reported robberies by some kind of creatures, and I saw you and another gargoyle flying away from the plane wreck.
The discs were stolen from Xanatos. We returned them to him.
I traced that emblem. It's the logo of a robotics firm that's owned by, are you ready? Xanatos Enterprises.
Are you saying that Xanatos is responsible for the attack in the park?
He probably planted that bug on you himself.
But those were the same men who stole the discs from him.
Oh, it's confusing.
Those discs were cyberbiotics property.
Dude, you've been played.
He's been using you from the beginning.
Oh, again.
I just want to hear Glad say, not cool. What's happening?
But you've got to trust somebody in this world. And I think you'd be better off with me than Xanatos.
I'm afraid the gargoyles have outlived their usefulness. I can't count on their loyalty. But now, with the data on those discs, I can bring their replacements online.
We need only to wait until they sleep again and...
No. You need to test these replacements, do you not?
What?
How are we going to wrap this up in 10 minutes?
Yeah, we had a little trouble adjusting at first, but I think everything's going to be fine now. Whoa!
No.
What?
Attack.
Wait, where? Oh, they made these?
What are those things?
What did I tell you, Owen? A vast improvement. They're steel instead of stone. They don't sleep during the day. They can fly instead of glide. And best of all, they're 100% obedient.
Yikes.
And best of all, they have lasers.
What's all the noise?
He's like, it's too loud.
I guess I don't understand. If you could have just built this stuff anyway,
Yeah.
why did you need it to look like Goliath?
That's what I was
Why
confused.
do you need the gargoyles?
That's why I was confused. Like, why did you need to resurrect them at all?
Unless you specifically needed them in order to build these because you needed them to retrieve the data on the discs. But these seem way too far along for that to have done anything. How is he not burning himself on that jet engine?
My steel clan isn't performing as well as I'd hoped.
There's only one robot left.
I think it's up to us, my dear.
doing?
Goliath, you're a fool. But then you always were, weren't you? If you'd only taken the rest of our clan away from the castle that night. The plan was perfect. I made a bargain with the captain. I was to get us all out of the castle so that the Vikings could sack it.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
You ruined it. You had to protect the humans. You made us stay at the castle when we should have been with you. When the Vikings attacked, the captain said he'd protect us. But I didn't trust him. I've stayed alive because I don't trust anyone.
But why did you do it?
You can ask me that. After how they treated us, they had to pay.
There is good and evil in all of us, human and gargoyle alike. You should know that more than anyone. Don't you see? None of this would have happened if it weren't for you.
Together, you and I can create a new world for our kind. We have found each other again after 1,000 years of solitude. Does that mean nothing to you? Very well, then. If you are not my ally, then you are my enemy.
Oh, no.
I have a name too, Goliath. The humans gave it to me long ago. You should know it before you die. I am Demona.
Demona?
Wow.
Is that like a female demon?
Yeah, probably. I'm just thinking they could have given her lots of different names. I have a name too. Green Lady.
I'm Bridget.
She wanted me to destroy humanity. I think I'll start with you.
No, Goliath! Don't do this.
Give me one good reason not to drop him.
Because if you do, you're the same as Demona.
She's right, lad. Is that what you want?
No.
You did the right thing, lad.
Do you think she survived?
If she did, we'll know soon enough, I imagine.
It's nice to know I have at least one human friend in this new world.
I hope you have more. Lots more. But whether you do or not, I'll always be your friend, Goliath. Same time tomorrow night?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. Maybe we'll catch a Giants game.
Giants?
I wonder if this city's ready for you guys.
I think we've just proven they're not.
Yeah.
All right, Drea, that's Gargoyles episodes 1 through 5. Just quickly, and I could be wrong about this, we certainly saw some character development with Goliath, and we know the motivations behind Xanatos's evil villain character. We know the motivations behind Demona. And the others are nice little characters, little side characters. I didn't get a whole lot of like psychological meat to grab hold of. I'm curious what you did.
I did, actually.
Okay.
I'm surprised that you said that, because I went into this show sort of feeling like it would be very action adventure.
Yeah.
That it would be mostly the gargoyles against some kind of enemy. I really didn't know what kind of enemy, but I felt like it would be mostly an action animated series. And there's a ton of psychology. I understand why people would suggest gargoyles after Batman the Animated Series. There's a lot of overlap. The animation is a little darker. A lot happens at night. So it does have
has
that.
to.
Yeah, I mean, right. It has that darker tone to it. It is grounded. It is subversive. It is a story that doesn't talk down to its audience.
Right.
It's very upfront.
Yes.
And just, I think in the first or second episode, when it must have been the second episode, when the Gargoyles wake up in New York City, there are some conversations about like who makes the laws and who decides what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
And how do you run a city? How do you protect the city? How do you protect its people? And it really does dig into some of the, I think, some pretty serious topics. It doesn't resolve them. It doesn't have solutions for them, but it raises pretty serious ideas and concepts. I think in similar ways to Batman the Animated Series, where it is very, it doesn't try to sugarcoat and mute the realities of society.
Yeah.
And so it kind of shows you, I can give some examples. Now, obviously gargoyles are visibly abhorrent. These are monsters. People, I mean, they're gargoyles, right? So people see their horns and their fangs and their red eyes and their wings, and they are scared of them. But there's scenes that I think are meant to be, it's called Awakening. This movie, the series of the 5 episodes together is called Awakening. And I think that it means so much more than, the gargoyles slept for 1,000 years and they wake up in New York City. It's also learning what modern society is like. And guess what? People get around in cabs and people get around in trains, except you. You can't catch a cab. You can't go down the street and hail a cab just like everyone else. So that, I think that dichotomy and that realism about how these creatures are going to fit into society is really interesting. I love a fish out of water story.
Yeah.
So I loved that it's not as if in Scotland in 949 AD they were well accepted, but at least they had a purpose. They were sort of integrated into the small community. They had a relationship with them. And here in New York City in modern day, there's all these things that they have to get used to, acclimate to, and understand their new purpose. But yeah, I think overall it's a great story. And I don't disagree with that. Why people recommended it to us.
Yes, I don't disagree with that. And when I say that I didn't feel like there was a lot of psychological meat to the story yet, I feel like it was a good explanation of who these characters are, but we have not yet seen who they are necessarily going to become. I feel like there are going to be character arcs. We've already seen over the course of 5 episodes a Goliath who felt betrayed, felt like he couldn't trust humanity ever again. By the end, we get the sense that he is at least trusting her character. Sorry, the Renee Montoya character. Yeah. What's her name?
Elisa.
Yes. So I see that, but for 5 22-minute episodes, I didn't necessarily get the same feeling that I got from even a single episode of Batman the Animated Series, where you felt like, oh, I have an origin to this character. Oh, I understand why Mr. Freeze has done what he has done. Really, it's sort of technobabble, like lots of computery. And I realize that all of that is necessary in order to throw something new and something that they have to adapt to, the difference between 994 and AD and 1994.
Sure.
I understand all of that, but I personally could do without the heavily armored guards, the laser beams, that stuff. I think to me, that's what makes it a little Batman Beyond-y, but it's already significantly deeper than Batman Beyond.
Of course, yeah.
And so I'm excited to see where it moves forward. You said you saw a lot, though, and you talked a little bit about that. I'm going to take that as your thesis statement. Let's dive into those characters. Let's start with Goliath, obviously. For starters, you've got a character who basically cannot exist for half the day. It's unlike someone who simply goes to sleep and can be woken at, say, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., to defend a castle. This is a character that anytime between daylight and sunset, you cannot get his help in any way, shape, or form. I would imagine that has to give that character a little bit of anxiety, if that makes sense. You know, really, it's sort of what the soldier said in the first episode. Why are we attacking this castle with gargoyles this close to sunset?
Right.
It sort of feels like you could take this castle pretty easily if you had just attacked it at dawn. And yet, so I think that I guess, for a lack of a better term, the sun is their kryptonite, and I can only imagine that a character who is a leader of these other creatures who also cannot endure sunlight must be feeling anxious about the hours in which all they can do, well, or similar to the way we saw in Central Park, he just resigns himself to the fact that he may not wake up again. You know, when he just sort of said, "You'll see," and then just sort of knelt and waited, and then was surprised to find out that she had been waiting there the whole time to protect him. So, talk a little bit about Goliath and your thoughts on that character specifically.
I don't know that I'd say it's a terrible idea to have them basically inactive during the day. And maybe it's just what I like seeing as a part of the show. But that means that most of the action we're going to see is overnight, is in these times.
Not unlike Batman.
Right. So like they are, shrouded by night, and there's more mystery to it. I think there's more horror to it. There's more danger to it. The sense that they do live their lives. I mean, there's a vampirism aspect to this. They have to be active during the night, and they can't do anything during the day. They're essentially sleeping. And Goliath says, I feel rejuvenated when I am in stone for the day. Like, I feel better after this. So I think it clarifies that it's not as if they feel anxious. I understand what you're saying. Like, he feels probably helpless about he can't even be woken up during the day to help other people or help himself. So there's a helplessness.
And I don't feel like he's feeling the anxiety while he is concrete. It's the moments leading up to it where you just find yourself going like, oh, I sure hope nothing happens for the next 12 hours.
Right. I mean, unlike you and me, they don't have a choice for when they go to sleep.
Yeah.
And so there is an element of helplessness and limitation to their being. But I think that's a good thing, because if you think about all the things, if we think about Goliath, for instance, he is a meta beast, a meta human in a way, in that he's super strong. He has laser beams coming out of his eyes. He's very much, they don't have weapons per se, but he's very much able to use his claws and his body to overcome people and overcome his opponents. So
when did he have laser beams coming out of his eyes?
He had laser beams coming out of his eyes. And in like the third or fourth episode, he was able to use his eyes as laser beams. And so does Demona.
Did I miss that?
Yeah. Remember I said, wow, I didn't realize that they could do that.
I think I don't know where that went in my memory bank. I did not register that they used laser beams.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
And so I guess what I'm saying is, you've got a character who has all of these powers. How do you give them a limitation? How do you make them more human, or, give them a sense, I'd say not a deficit, but an area, a sense of self that's a helplessness or a weakness or something that they cannot help. And that is, they turn to stone. And it doesn't matter where they are or who they're with. It just happens. And so I kind of like that there's a vulnerability to it, and it helps the relationship. It helps the trust, because when he ends up not being able to get back to the castle tower in modern day New York City, and he's in the park, he basically resigns to the fact that he's going to turn to stone in the park, and he can't defend himself. And he wakes up, like you said, to Elisa having stayed with him, and he's like, I can't believe you stayed with me. Thank you. You've saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what he needs to build trust with somebody, which I think, the core psychology of Goliath is obviously, how can he trust again? How can he build a connecting bond where someone will take care of him when he's had this history of traumatic betrayals and others using him, others not just in his history back in Scotland 1,000 years ago, but also in modern day humanity. Yeah. Humans cannot help but take advantage of gargoyles. And he's learned this. And so I think that's just this, I think that's what is compelling for me on why I want to follow these characters, is how do we start to build trust with people who are different than us, and especially for someone like Goliath, who's felt like, because of who he is, he's been in these binds, in these relational binds, where other people are using him for his abilities and his strengths, and ultimately will betray him. So I think that's sort of the schema for him. Those are the lessons he's had. And I care for him. I want him to be in a better place, and I want to watch that journey. And I totally agree with you that this movie doesn't reconcile that. It really doesn't tell a full story. But I think it's compelling enough.
Oh, 1,000%. I don't want to come off as someone who did not like the 5 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Be nicer to Goliath, Brian.
Well, but it's not about Goliath per se, my critique, and it wasn't even a critique. It was just, I was concerned that in these first 5 episodes, because it does start out as a story about vengeance, and by the end of the 5 episodes, it's less about vengeance and more about simply learning to let go and trust again.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily, the reason I say it was a critique was I didn't necessarily need 5 episodes to tell that story. And as you could see, I do feel like there was quite a bit of filler in the show. Like the number of times they had to turn to concrete, it was like at least once per episode, which is fine, but that's a lot of dead time. And we weren't covering a lot of additional story during that time. Like, did I need the additional chase of her going through Central Park and all that stuff while she was simply waiting for daylight to go away? Not necessarily. I feel like this is a story that could have been told as a 2-parter or something along those lines.
Sure.
Maybe 3 if you needed to push it, but I don't know, especially since season 1 is only 13 episodes and we've just wiped out 5 of them.
We're almost halfway there.
Telling the same story.
Yeah, the origin. I think this is still sort of the origin of these people. And by the way, I thought about how close it sits with like other Disney animated films. I understand why this wasn't a film, like why this wasn't a Disney film. And I'm sure someone in our listenership can educate us on this. But it does sit with the continuum of Disney films, the Beauty and the Beast, the Hunchback of Notre Dame,
she had a strong Esmeralda look.
She did, and you know, there are gargoyles in that film. So I sort of felt like it sits there, but what you just described is why it's a TV series. The filler, the interactions that aren't really moving the story forward so much as it's giving us something to kind of like entertain us from the action perspective.
Yeah.
And some of the dialogue too felt more like a TV series than a film. But I definitely see how this fits with some of the Disney movies that came out around this time. And boy, I actually am glad that I did not discover this in 94 because I would have been totally fixated on it. I think I would have latched onto this and would have retreated into a Garg phase and just like drawing penciled art of Goliath and Elisa. So
are you shipping them already?
I mean, there are clearly a couple.
Yeah, I don't think there's it is a little weird. It is playing on the sort of Ron Perlman.
Why is it weird?
Beauty and the Beast kind of situation.
But why is it weird?
Well, for starters, I don't like I would have liked more development of these characters and their relationship. Now, they've not come right out and said that they are in a romantic relationship, but she did touch his face for quite a while, and she keeps giving him the Esmeralda / Nala eyes. And there was a reference to The Lion King on TV as he was flipping through the channels.
Okay.
But I think I probably would like to see the relationship evolve a little bit more before we get into... He's a gigantic hulking creature with wings, and while very eloquent and seemingly benevolent and a protector of the city, there's still a lot of questions that someone in 1994 should be asking about a large, massive creature that turns to stone during the day and then comes alive at night, doesn't trust humanity, wants to destroy everything except for the people when they aren't in combat. And I don't know, like to me, that relationship's too quick.
Okay.
I would have liked to have seen maybe by the end of episode 5, the realization that she is the one he can trust. But instead, that started as instant as episode 2, right? Like the moment they met, he's like, meet me up on that rooftop. I need to talk to you. And then talks to her, and instantly she becomes the Commissioner Gordon to his Batman. And I think I just would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit more evolution to that point, if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
And that's why I'm saying it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a little hesitation, a little on his end, actually. I thought there was a little mistrust in the beginning.
Well, sure.
And when she spent the night in the New York park,
yes,
alone while he was in concrete, I think that solidified or at least drove his trust a little more. Mm-hmm. But I see what you're saying. I think on her end, she was so quick to trust him.
Yeah.
And that is weird. But at the same time, I just want you to be open to charisma. Like, you just described him as a kind of creature, a kind of being that many of us would be compelled to want to know more about and be near him. So
let's calm down. Like, if you saw that creature, you might eventually feel compelled to know a little bit more about him, but I think the vast majority of people, she even says at the end, is the city ready for you guys? Like, if I would say 9.9 out of 10 people see these things, they're going to get freaked out.
And they are.
I do think of the pilot of episode, and it may have even been several episodes in the first season of Beauty and the Beast, the one with Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton. She is terrified of him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would have liked to have seen a little more of that. Like, not only does she not trust him, she doesn't even, like, I would love for her to be fearful of him until the two of them both work on each other.
I'm actually really glad. I hear what you're saying, and I've seen the first few episodes of the Ron Perlman Beauty and the Beast show, which I highly recommend. I just want to say, I think it's important that this version exists, which is that she's not really scared of him. She's scared of him at first glance because he's a monstrous creature. But once he starts talking and once he lends himself to a connection and he shows that he has humanity. He shows that he has moral complexity. He shows that he has interest in getting to understand the modern society and how he fits into that. There are all these characteristics that I hope eclipse the fact that, yes, she should be scared of him. But I'm telling you, I don't like a story that starts out with a person, like they're going to be a couple. I feel this. And so I don't know that I'm going to appreciate her being scared of him as their meet cute. Do you think
they're going to be a couple so soon? Like, do you think it's going to happen within the next couple of episodes, or do you think? I
do, actually. I think they're gonna. I think it's going to be drawn out, but I think that clearly there was a love triangle with Demona and Goliath and Elisa for like a moment, and then Demona showed her true colors. Why are you laughing?
Just the idea of Lisa looking up and seeing Goliath and Demona like flying back, and she's like, "Yeah, I was looking for you all day, and then I saw you. And you were flying around with some other gargoyle."
That
like
did happen.
No,
that truly did happen.
No, I know.
So, yeah, I think I'm not sure how to describe this, but I guess what I'm saying is that I don't want it to start out being an attraction, sort of a fear-turned attraction. That has been done, and it's not healthy. And I think this is a healthier, psychologically, right? I think this is a healthier version. And
they're playing on the fact that she's a detective and therefore naturally curious, and her she has an unwavering need to know more. So they're playing with that part of the character.
Yeah. And it's not as if, look, like, I think there are other stories like Beauty and the Beast where there is a bit of victimization of the female protagonist in the beginning. And that's not happening here. He's been very caring, and he saves her life immediately. I think I wouldn't say it's a complete subversion of the Beauty and the Beast story, but I would say that it does bend that story a little bit to give us what I would consider a psychologically healthy start to what I imagine is going to be decades of a love romance that needs to happen right away.
So when you look at the characters, gargoyle or not, who is your favorite so far?
Gosh. Oh, you mean like all the Gargs? Like which of the Gargs do I love?
Yeah, which of the guards are you really into? I like the blonde Viking lady who succeeded.
The Gargs. I said the Gargs.
Oh, I thought you were just making a joke about, of all the characters in these shows, which guards did you love the most?
Which gargoyles? Are you asking me which gargoyles?
No, I said of gargoyles or not.
Oh.
Like, who is your favorite? Who is the character that you are drawn to the most in the series so far?
Can I pick two characters?
You know what?
Am I allowed?
You know what? I'm going to let you have that. You pick 2 characters.
Okay. I was going to pick 2 characters anyway. There's something I do like Elisa. I think you just sort of named it in describing her job. She's a curious, confident, courageous woman. She is interested in bettering society, and she doesn't like the corruption that she sees around her. I think she's really resilient, and she just seems like the kind of character, again, had I watched this in the mid 90s, I think I would have found something compelling about her. And she's human, so there's something. She's going to have flaws. She's going to have her own weaknesses and vulnerabilities. But I like that she's smart, and I like that she's one of the first to befriend the gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, like, out of the Gargs, I like Hudson in a way. This is going to be random, but the neurodivergent elder who likes to watch TV and hang out with the pet and isn't as interested in all the excitement. And he's like, it's too bright out there. It's too loud out there. I related to that a lot. And at the time, I do wonder if, I think he's meant to be the wiser or like experienced elder. He's not meant to be out in the scrum as much. He complains about his aches. He really isn't going to be as action driven as the others. I think he's meant to be like the older character.
Yeah.
But I do think, again, had I been young when I first saw this, something about kind of like the indoor kid in me, the neurodivergent kid in me would have been like, oh, I relate to that a lot. I'm glad he's there. I'm glad that all the gargoyles have different personalities for the most part, and they're not all the same. So, yeah, those are my 2 picks. Did I surprise you with those?
Not really. I do like Hudson a lot. And I think he's probably the character that I would have related to the most, given the, it's interesting because wisdom comes with experience, right? And while he is extremely wise when it comes to 994 AD, when you now have 1,000 years of non-existence and not learning anything about the world, not watching it turn into what it eventually becomes, you start to say, well, when it comes to the human spirit or the gargoyle spirit, in this particular case, Hudson is still incredibly wise. He's still the elder who other people look up to, including Goliath. But he's also the get off my lawn guy, where he's not into the bright lights and the loud noises and all of the things that he is just now experiencing for the first time. He does allow himself to enjoy television once he figures out how to make it work. But yeah, that's the other thing. It's sort of the reason why I never quite understood the concept of a third Tron movie, because I feel like when you're dealing with a movie like that, and I've not seen the third one, so I can't tell you whether this is accurate or not. But in my estimation, the moment you take Microsoft Word out of the computer and into the real world, that program is going to look at the world and say, I have no idea what this is. Like it would be the same character that, say, Flynn was when he went into the computer world and was mesmerized. Like, you just can't come out of the computer world and suddenly dominate. And in the same way, these gargoyles suddenly wake up from concrete and they're already kind of dominating the earth around them, like the city. And I think one thing that I really liked was the awe in which a number of them showed looking at different things. Like you've got, what's his name? Lexington. Is it Lexington? Who was the sort of mechanically inclined, loved gadgets and he liked machines. I would like to see them hide a little bit more, like just sort of. And I think part of it is, and I even said this during the reaction, Goliath's really bad about not understanding time.
Yeah, he has.
And going too far.
He has terrible time management, and he's nowhere near the castle tower when it's going to be dawn.
Yeah.
And he gets into trouble a lot. And it happened.
But they all kind of doing that as well. I mean, the
Yeah.
others aren't as bad because they're like, oh, we just made it in time. But I kind of would like them to be like, hey, let's just hang out here for a bit because we have no idea what's out there and what's going to happen to us and all
get an
of that.
alarm or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit inexcusable in the modern day storytelling when they run out of time. So I agree with that. It's interesting because how are they going to manage the storytelling is going to work in their favor in that they shouldn't be out and about during the day anyway because they look like gargoyles. It just doesn't work. So they have to be shrouded by night.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to make more sense.
I would like to see them go the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles route, though, and then wear really big, oversized trench coats and
I think they will.
Fedoras.
Yeah, I think that's important. I thought you were going to say like they're going to run through the sewers, which is another option.
That is an option.
You got to be in the sky or you got to be underground. I will say, as much as I really liked it, I really did like the first 5 episodes, but I did get caught up on the rules, and that is something that I thought they really needed to get straight. What's clear, we've already talked about one major rule, which is during the daytime, they are concrete. So the gargoyles can't, aren't conscious during the daytime. So that's one rule. Another rule is that they can't fly. They have wings, but they glide using the wind and the airstream. And I think that's concerning because we found that they've not quite stuck to that rule. We sort of find them, it looks like they're flying, so that was confusing.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you didn't realize they had lasers, and I'm pretty sure that they have eye lasers. It's clear that they can eat and they have sleep. So they have sort of like daily functioning. We call it ADL, but basically like daily functioning, eating, sleeping. They have the biology of humans during the evening. They don't have nipples, which I'm not stuck on, but they just don't.
Well, they're hatched.
Yeah, it's true. They shouldn't have nipples. So they just have these big old chests, but no nipples. But yeah, what did you think of the rules? Are you okay with how that was presented?
I like a good magic. I'm not bothered. I will become bothered if they start ignoring the rules a lot more.
Yeah.
The refusing to allow them to fly does seem like a hurdle that's unnecessary. We did see them flap the wings, which implies that they are flying, not simply gliding on the wind. When they were going up against the big airship, they were actively being pushed down by the air. And I don't understand how they got back up if they're gliders and not flyers. But
yeah, that should have been it for them.
So I do think you're right that there is a looseness played with their rules. I'll be curious to see how much they adhere to them going forward, or if suddenly there's just no mention of it whatsoever. ultimately the only rule that really needs to exist is that come daybreak, they're going to turn to stone wherever they are. That being said, you're now limiting yourself to New York, right? And I don't really have a problem with that because I feel like there are a lot of stories that could be told in New York, but you're now there is no special episode where these all have to go on a journey because they're just going to get further and further away from their home,
right,
and the city, and
yeah, they are tethered. It's not as if they have to be at the tower,
no,
but they're pretty tethered to that location. And maybe it comes up as one of their vulnerabilities or a reason why they have to come up with other protective strategies. I do, I know we're not going to talk about each and every character's psychology on this episode, but Demona was, I think, the other second strongest.
I think she's my favorite because I can already tell that she is going to be complex.
Yeah.
She is a villain by the definition. However, she has her own reasons for it.
Sure.
You can only go so long being demonized before you eventually simply become that demon. And I think what I like about Goliath is that he is confident enough in himself that no matter how much other people try to villainize him, he refuses to give in to that, although he doesn't mind avenging the deaths of those he loves. But it's not like he's going to take it out on all of humanity like Demona does.
Right. There's a Magneto-esque style to her psychological schema.
Sure.
This idea of it's us versus them. It's just a matter of time before they betray you or turn on you.
Yeah.
So you have to be stronger and you have to be smarter. And in many cases, you eliminate them before they can harm you.
Yes.
And that is traumatic grief. Like that is how her psychology has developed. I want to mention that, and we've talked about this in other episodes, but being basically asleep for 1,000 years and being woken up is traumatic. We talked about this with Captain America. We've talked about this with there was another, it might have been Batman or some other series where there's this stretch of time where someone is it might have been Nora or someone with Mr. Freeze, but this concept of being what these episodes are called, like you're awakened after being asleep or undead or lacking consciousness, and that is in and of itself a psychological trauma. And so going through this experience, this journey of what did I miss? Oh, we talked about it with Endgame. That was the other thing I was thinking about, Marvel's Endgame. Mm-hmm. This idea now in Endgame, it's different because, you miss so much and other people moved on. Whereas with the Gargoyles, yes, humanity moved on. 1,000 years passed and everything has changed. They're no longer even in Scotland. They're in this other part of Earth and people are different.
Yeah.
And that adjustment and the sadness of missing that time, I would imagine that they live forever otherwise. Like, I don't think they have a lifespan like humans do, where they may have been living those hundreds of years. And I think that's also a sense of like that traumatic loss, that sense of missing and grieving over what you did not have and being out of control is a form of trauma. And with Demona in particular, her experience of that is a little bit different, and she held on to. It's almost as if that sense of that grievance sat with her for that long, and she has a very rigid way of thinking now.
Yeah.
Pun intended, right? So very what we would call like black and white thinking, rigid thinking. It's either that or this. There's no in between. There's no grayness. There's no softness. It's just this or that. And that is a trauma response. And so in a way, I very much like her. I think that that's a very normal way to react to the kinds of things that happen to her.
I do wonder about the difference. I wonder about the rules and the science behind the concrete forms.
Okay.
Are they, I understand they're not aware of what's going on around them, but I do wonder if they sense time. Like, is waking up 1,000 years later different than waking up the next night?
Yeah, that's a good question. I got the sense that it was like sleeping. Like it was like being like an 8-hour, when they're in concrete, it's like their body stays alive, you know, they are rejuvenated, but they're not able to think, feel.
And by the way, what's the difference when a magic spell is put on you to not wake up when you normally would, but instead keep it going for 1,000 years?
Yeah.
And the only one of the gargoyles who knew, at least the only one that definitively knew that we know of, is Goliath. Like, Goliath asked for it.
Oh, yeah, that broke my heart.
Whereas the others didn't know it was happening to them, so they didn't know what the rules of the spell were.
Well,
and Demona did say she also asked for it, but I think we're going to find out that that's not true.
Yeah, there's something she's hiding there. And I do want to add, you know, I've stated that being asleep for 1,000 years in this case for the gargoyles is traumatic. Now, when it's done from the sun, like when the sun comes up and they're concretized, that is a natural form. That's magically what happens to them. But when a person puts a spell on them where they're concretized based on that spell, that I see as more damaging psychologically. That's interpersonal trauma.
Yeah.
That happened. And the length of that is 1,000 years, so it's even more severe. But that happened because someone willed it to happen. Someone decided to put them in that state, to make them helpless, to take away from them their power, their alertness, you know, their awareness. And that's more psychologically damaging than something that seems more naturally occurring to them. Like the sun is just, it is what it is. It makes you into a gargoyle, it makes you concrete. And so I think that's really psychologically painful for them to wake up after all this time and realize that happened because somebody did that to them. Somebody chose to put them in this prison of isolation and lack of will. And I think that's really upsetting.
So can we place bets going forward? Are we going to see the hatchlings?
Oh, gosh, I hope so.
And how long do you think it's going to take for them to revisit that plot line?
I hope so, because they kept bringing it up. Where are the eggs? Where are the eggs?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where are the eggs? Where are the eggs? I need to know.
Yeah.
I need more answers.
You think you're going to get them this season, or you think that's a bigger story that happens in season 2 or 3?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
And lastly, you know, for what we watched today, I would say that the whole like robotic gargoyle narrative at the end really bothered me.
Again, that's more of the filler stuff that I felt like was completely unnecessary.
Yeah. It didn't make sense to me. I get that they needed something really dangerous and out there and loud, but
as you had said, why couldn't those have been the hatchlings? Like, why couldn't they have been raised to protect Xanatos or whatever? Like, or whatever data came off of, because he kept saying, once I have all three of them, I'll be able to make these work for me in my favor. Like, are we talking about? Were these schematics for building those robots? Were you able to build them in 24 hours after having received the data?
It was confusing. That was a flimsy end of the story.
I do think that it would have been cool if the three, and we don't know that it isn't because I'm still not 1,000% sure I caught what was on the discs. But if they were the three parts of the spell book, then that could make sense. Like, oh, I can create gargoyles, or I can make this happen for me. All of that would make sense, but instead he just wheeled out 5 robots. And I'm like, oh, all right, this is the Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
part.
Why did they need to be shaped as Goliath? Why were they all identical? It didn't really make a lot of sense. But yeah, I really didn't like that.
Yeah. My guess is they're all Goliath because Demona helped create them in some way, and she modeled it off of her long lost love, and he's the most powerful of the group, and yada yada yada. Because you really don't want like a Hudson or a Bronx, or I mean maybe a Bronx.
Right.
You could get away with a robot dog, that would be okay, but I don't think you're going to want a Lexington robot.
I don't know. Maybe you
small.
do. Maybe you make the 5 and they each attack their counterpart. It just, why 5? And why then? Why was that the unveiling?
It is what I was saying. Like, how are we going to get through this in the next 10 minutes? And suddenly he's like, well, we got 5 robots. We all got to fight a robot. Oh, okay. That's how we're going to get through it in 10 minutes. All right. Got it. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I think this show has a lot of promise. I can see why people like it. It does seem like it's a lot more mature than some of the other things that we've covered, and I'm excited about that. If you're all wanting to watch along with us, obviously you can find it on Disney Plus. Next time we will cover episode 6. And hopefully we get some answers, and hopefully we get some mystery and some danger, and we get some good character arcs, because I really want to talk about the evolution of these characters. I hope we haven't just now seen who they're going to be for the rest of the show. Drea, why don't you tell the good folks online where they can find you online?
You can find me on my website, drdreapsychology.com. Also on social media at Dr. Drea Psychology.
You can find me on Instagram at B_Ward028. You can find us both on Instagram at The Arkham Sessions. Be sure to follow us over at Facebook. You can email us at gmail.com. You can email us at arkhamsessions@gmail.com. You can come find us on Discord. Drea loves interacting with folks on Discord, as do I. And I also love interacting with the folks on Patreon. And I would like to thank the patrons who have made this episode and all of our episodes possible, beginning with Mike Ficklin, Lindsay B., Dr. Jerome Anderson, Antonio Lopez, Christopher Daly, Todd Stashwick, Hero's Journey Fitness, Trevor Schwartz, Brian Kerr, Ben Martin, Bert Compton, Mark Pepper, Frank Muller, Swara Salih, Jamiroquai J, and SK. Thank you all so much for donating. You too can have your name called out. Simply go to patreon.com/Arkham Sessions and donate to the $5 tier. That gets your name called out in the future episodes. Also, there are going to be some changes to Patreon that we have been teasing, and now I feel like it's time to reveal those changes. I think you're going to like them. Basically, we are going to make the full watch-alongs available. You've got to have a copy of the show. Like I said, you can watch Gargoyles on Disney Plus. I will tell you when to queue up your episode, and I will tell you when to press play, and you can watch along with us as you get the raw watch along footage. You can also get every episode 1 week early. So go over to Arkham Sessions. $1 gets you all of it. So our YouTube videos, our podcast, the full watch along, all of that is available to our patrons as much as 1 week early. So get in on that. I think that's about it. Be sure to follow our family over at Fanbase Press. You're going to love their news, their articles, their podcasts, their comics. They are a one-stop shop for all of your entertainment needs. Go check them out over at Fanbase. And until next time, I'm Brian Ward.
I'm Dr. Drea Letamendi.
And together we are
the Arkham Sessions.